So, hello everyone. Today we're going to talk about another new topic. This topic is a very heated topic. It is Max versus Olaf. There are two very frequent used COs in Tier 2 and they are quite different. Let's then have a look at their information. First, as Max, his direct units gain 20% firepower and his indirects are bad, having -1 range. His max force, direct units gain 1 movement and their attack increased to 30%. Max blast, 2 movements and 50% of indirect units, which brings huge damage to your opponents. And then Olaf, it is a very different CO compared to Max. Unaffected by snow, but in rain affects him the same as snow. His power Blizzard wasn't very frequently used, changing the weather to snow for 1 day. But his superpower, Winter Fury, is very insane. Enemy units lose 2 HP, and the weather changes to snow for 1 day. The thing you want to keep in mind is, as Olaf, you want large enemy. You want high unit counts. You don't want to pop your superpower and then the turn is end, which is quite bad. So, ladies and gentlemen, after this brief introduction of the CO information, let's then move into their matchup difference. Here, I conclude some points on Max versus Olaf, or Olaf versus Max. Duels as Max. First one, if the com tower is contested like the Tokyo map or the intelligent system map, it is always very good idea to either stop Olaf getting his com tower, or you being Max, you have 2 com towers. The reason why this is very important is if Olaf doesn't have his com tower, he will be much more vulnerable in the early game, and Max has more one-hit KO with his powers or superpowers if Olaf doesn't have his com tower. Second, get at least 3k income lead before Olaf's superpower. Mostly like very big maps like Stalingrad or Frost Leaf or something. We hardly pick we hardly pick Max because it is very hard to get 3k income lead before Olaf's superpower on such a big map. And on such big maps, we have larger enemy, which means Olaf will have his superpower way easier compared to mid-sized maps. Third, early recon aggression is very good as Max. This is typically important in intelligent system. This map recon are very good, especially if you are being Max. You could one-shot your opponent infantry on cities to 4 HP, which means he will have another 2 turns to capture the property. Even join the infantry another 3 turns to capture the property. Even if you join with another 4 HP infantry, it is still a bad trade, and it still favors Max. Fourth one, build tank copter infantry. Infantry on maps like Goldfish is very good for Max. Because I saw a large number of max players. They are fond of building medium tanks, but as long as I know, max early aggression doesn't enable your opponent to build a medium tank. And a very good answer to medium tank being max is his copters. So, I would like to say building more tanks, copters, and infantry will be a better idea for max. Fifth, use your power smart. Key factor Max beats Olaf is he wants to take advantage of his power, not abuse his power. Uh, you want either killing lots of Olaf units, or you take the neutral properties with the help of the power or superpower. Okay, and then we go in don't do's as max. This is a typical characteristic that most max players would do in their games. Being over aggressive and overextended. And after you overextended turn, the next turn is Olaf's superpower. I don't think that is an even trade, because Max day-to-day ability is, yes, he's very good, but Max doesn't want to do one trade to Olaf, because it will add Olaf's superpower meter very easily. You you want to accomplish Max plan in a chronological order. Max wants to take the advantage to get himself either income lead or com tower lead. You have this two thing lead, and then you are obliged to be over aggressive. You are obliged to exchange Olaf units, one to one trade. Then it is going to be very good. Here are the reasons why not doing this, because never forget one thing, Olaf's superpower could lock your units, which means some of your injured units cannot escape. Even if you could retreat for one turn, but it will still dead to Olaf units. And the unit count and value affairs, because Olaf is a global damage CEO, and if you go very overextended in his first superpower, and your unit value won't be any benefit from your superpower or power first aggression as max. Sometimes even after Olaf response, your unit counts or unit value is down compared to Olaf, which is just very bad plan, and I don't think people should carry on it. Next one, duels as Olaf. That's going to be very easy. First one, being defensive and early infantry don't go aggressive and greatly captures. As long as the infantry being captured by the recon, then this trade is going to be very bad. Trying to minimize your income gap on some contested properties. You should try your best to capture them before max units reaching the spot. But if you couldn't do it, you're just trying to keep it neutral until your superpower arrives. Or you just let your opponent capture the property. Both make sense, and it is very situation dependent. Third one, very important, don't do as Olaf. Multi-recon opening versus max. because olaf recons not only does not do 6 HP damage to your opponent infantry on cities, but your olaf units, your olaf recons dies to max tanks 1-hit KO. And I think another thing is very important for olaf is you have to try your best to capture your neutral or contested com tower. Okay, so the introduction of max to olaf analysis is up to here, and then we're going to move to detailed game analysis in the next episode. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I forgot one thing. Before the game analysis, we just have a brief look at the players. I don't really quite know some of these players, but I know Oyster Smash. Oyster Smash, to my knowledge, he's a very aggressive early game player, but he needs to solid his skills of engagement. To some extent, his engagement, his early aggression is just throwing units. And then this guy, I don't know this guy, but he looks quite dangerous with 37 wins and only 8 lost. This lady, yes, she's a lady. She's lady. And she is a 1300 player and being very solid in her plays. I had a current match versus her, and maybe after this match I could get more information and more of her playing styles. This guy, no idea, I don't know this guy. He looks dangerous too to some extent. 39 wins and 7 losses. This guy, Lord Frog Narrows. I know this guy, and I think I played him twice. He is a very sharp player, as he showed in the signature. He's very good at special tactics. He's a very interesting player to play against, and he's a quite strong player. 1200. And I think his peak is 1300. Very solid and active player in the current Global League matchup. So that's all for the introduction of the players. We're going to talk about 3 matches today. I'm not going to put my efforts on analyzing the map too much. We just focus on Max to Olaf matchup. Hey guys, let's look into these games. The matches I want to talk about is these 3 matches above. All of them are Olaf to Max or Max to Olaf matchups. Let's then have a look at this one first. Wordiness. Okay, word noise is an adaptation of Warden, which makes the match less stall and makes the front switching much more important. Let's see through it. As we see, we could see Max build an early day 4 recon. Okay, Olaf build a day 4 recon too. And day 5, Max built another recon, on this map, early aggression recon is is agreeable. They are very hard to get punished by your opponent's tanks if you are being smart. So this two recons opening makes sense. First tank. Well, it is quite insane that Olaf opts to build two recons at the same time. Let's then have a look if his two recons make sense. Okay. Well, as you could see, their max recons didn't try to interrupt the com tower capture. It is okay to do so, but I think it will be better if you try to interrupt the capture. I think in matches you build early recons and you don't interrupt the captures. To some extent, it enables your recons to be safe, but it doesn't worse, I think. As long as you play a lot of matches, you know where your recon locations will be safe. It is a personal knowledge as far as I know. It is okay. Let's see. Uh, Olaf started his attack this turn. How to put it? Well, we come back. I don't agree with red red movement here. I think this was just throwing units, and this reinforcement cannot reach properly, cannot punish the early aggression of yours. And here's the crucial thing. This recon comes into this wood. This recon comes into this wood. I think from the right side, he saw the recon coming into the wood. Maybe she didn't, but it does very it is very possible that this recon come into the wood. To some extent, if I were Max, I would like to force the recon out of the wood because your front switching, your ideas, your plans will be sorted out by this recon in the wood. It is very, very bad for right side. Okay, we'll come back to this turn. You see, Max does not have vision, cannot answer. Free kill. I don't agree with that. Max, sorry, Olaf adding force. Oh, we're back to the active player. Max started capturing the properties. Well, that is a brave recon. That is a brave recon. For me, I will not going to interrupt this capture because it will deemed to be punished by max units. That is a very brave recon, to my knowledge. It is very interesting there. It seems that pink side wants to reinforce from this side to that side and didn't go aggression to this side. It is very interesting idea. Let's have a look if this could come into effect. Quite interesting. Olaf player didn't engage from his strong side. Quite interesting. So Max engaged with his units. Truthfully speaking, I don't agree with right side aggression here because in your weak side you don't want to expose your infantries too much. They will be just be free kill to your opponent's units. Olaf answer back. Olaf built his first new tank. Let's see. Well, I don't really agree with this max force. I don't agree with this max force at all. I don't agree with this max force. I don't agree with this max force. Let's see back. Let's we come into Mipin's situation and let's analyze what should he do in these circumstances. As we could see that Olaf units here, we have we don't have too many max we don't have too many Olaf units there, and our weak side is safe at the crucial moment, which means your opponent's Olaf strong side is not that strong, but also his weak side is not that weak. So you are going to be very cautious if you're trying to go very deep. So I think to your knowledge, you could get the conclusion that Olaf units this side wasn't that weak as you are expected, because Olaf reinforcements either is on the way or is has already reached the spot. And then after this, if I were Mipin, I would like to kill his overextended infantries and trying to capture this this pink property will be a way better idea. I don't agree with that at all. Okay, let's Then have a look at the district max is 40 units with 13,000 13,000 13.8 thousand unit value, while Olaf is 30 units and 11,000 value, 11.4 thousand value. Then see, that's what I said. No unit count value, no units, no unit value. Nothing valuable, nothing good for Max at all. So, this aggression is deemed to be a failure. That is not how Max should versus Olaf. No, not at all. Very, very bad for Max this turn. See? Overextended. Max power. Kill some units. But after Olaf's superpower, no advantage at all, which is just a bad trade. Don't do that. Never do that as Olaf. As Max. See? Olaf started to be aggressive to Max on day 15. Oh my god. On day 15. Oh. See the value difference. 50,000. 50,000. Oh, so bad. Then, let's see. Max does not have the units to answer this new tank. Huge unit value lead. Huge unit count lead. That never do that as Max. It makes no sense leading your victory to the game. So this match we just stop here. We don't continue see what happened next. We just stop here. And then we come to this match, intelligent system. Yes, Max obligatory day 3 recon this map. Capture. Olaf tanks. That is a very brave recon, but it is okay. It makes sense. Oh, sorry. Recon is back. Tank aggression, which is good. That's pretty sad. That's pretty sad. The infantry there got one shot KO. That's pretty sad. Olaf built his region. Okay, we add some knowledge points of being Olaf. In fog, it is very hard if you try to counter Max with artillery, because artillery to Max just one hit KO for most of the circumstances. The what Pink did here, he got 4 tanks on Max weak side. This is agreed because you cannot win max on quality, on the tank quality, but you could outnumber max tanks in a very particular region. 4 tanks make sense. If you are 4 tanks versus 2 tanks, for example, even if your Olaf tanks are bad compared to max, it is still very good trade, very good idea for Olaf. And then Olaf built his early medium tank. Well, I didn't really try that being Olaf. Let's see if it will make sense. It will make sense. Max aggression. Sit back at the top and train B-copters. Yes, it is a very good idea to train B-copters here. So, the tanks are afraid of the B-copters and they run away. That's correct. Well. How to put it? It's okay, yeah. He's trying to capture this property. At the same time, he got 2 sides reinforcement, either here or here. Let's see how Pink answered. Yeah, with a recon, and he joined his forces. Well, it's okay. Then he saw the medium tank. How to put it? This recon, if I were him, I'm not going to interrupt this capture because it is deemed that there's tanks behind. Because tanks from this side wants to reinforce, and it is high possibility it is in range. Yeah. Okay. How Olaf answered. I disagree with that because you see the entire. Max Blast. See, Max got the income lead here. That is meaningless. That is meaningless because after the superpower, it will be 6 to 5. Meaningless. Uh, it is okay. It is okay to some extent after this aggression, but yeah, not so bad. Not so bad after this turn. After this turn, this makes sense. This makes sense. Not so bad. But I don't agree with that because it is deemed some answers downside. It deems to be some answers. I don't agree with that because there are all answers behind. They're deemed to be answers, or he's not 1200. Yeah, the advantage lost. The advantage lost here. Well, he built his rocket. Well, I don't agree with the Amber Blaze aggression after the superpower turn because it will just enables lots of one-hit KO by Olaf units. But the situations on the spot, it seems it wasn't that bad. That's meaningless. That's meaningless. You should retreat here this time. Very meaningless. Very meaningless turn. So purple main force is over there and the amber main force is over there. And exchanged com tower. And then I have no idea understanding what he's doing over here because it is already, your weak side. You want to hide your infantry. You don't want to expose your infantry in range, which is a bad trade. You no need to spot the vision because you already know there are lots of units over there. Okay. That's okay. Max is gathering units trying to slaughter Olaf units because he has the power in hand. A fighter because he saw the bomber. How to say it? This unit formed, I think it is problematic. You don't want to expose your B-copters that directly because that is max copters, that is normal defense, that is not combat B-copters. If that's combat B-copters, you could form like that. because that is on your weak side, which means there are probably some B copters from Olaf's side. Exposed. Yeah. This is a very interesting player. Okay. So, from Oyster Smash point of view, we could see that Olaf downside is probably weakened at the meantime, and his top side wasn't engaging. The only reason he wasn't engaging was that he accumulated force being Olaf. Let's see how Oyster Smash should do this match. In the current time. If I were him, I would like to sneak properties at the at the bottom side. At the same time, I want to switch my units to support my bottom side city captures. Oh, that's interesting. Still hiding. Still hiding. That's interesting. So Max saw the units. Hurt fighter. That's the problematic part here. Why? Because you cannot really measure out the concrete distance between you and your opponent. If you try to approach the spot, the high possibility is that Olaf answered with some of his troops, and he got his superpower more easily. That was just putting units in range. Like this copter, this tank. I don't agree with that. Especially you don't really know his unit components. You see how problematic this idea is. You can see from here the unit value is already very problematic because Max exposed some of his units in range. Max does not need to expose his units in range. He just want to slaughter with his units. See? 17,000, 23,000. Big gap. Even though the income is very, very lead. Max pop his superpower next turn. I have no idea understanding what it is okay. In fact, one hit KO'd bomber. It is okay though. Let's analyze back. At this turn, Max slaughtered Olaf units to 13,000. Last turn was 23,000, which means he killed 10,000 units. Then Olaf answered, let's see. Boom! One hit KO. See? One hit KO. Answered. See? Was the unit value in advantage? Not at all. Even though Max has 18,000 this turn, but Olaf has 13,000. And after this turn, 90,000. Yes, 90,000. No. Yeah, 90,000. Huge amount of unit value lost. No advantage at all. That was meaningless. That was throwing all of your B copters in range. That was meaningless. That was nothing but meaningless. See? The unit value. That Olaf will be able to capture the properties back. We come back to this turn. If this copter wants to sit back, it is still in this B copter range. It is still in this B copter range. Let's see from the pink side. Either it is in range or it will be exposed by Olaf units. So at this very crucial turn, Amber should retreat over this line, should not engage back. So this match result is going to be very obvious, and I think we just stop this match here. Last one. Same problem. It was on assassins. Artillery. Captures. Double Mac opening as Max on these assassins. I could hardly agree with it, because you don't use Mac to open your pipes. Max artillery bad, yes. Max artillery lose range, yes. Loses range, yes, but opening pipe, no problem. That's good here. No, it's 3 hits KO, that. 3 hits KO. Max start capturing the center. That is a little bit greedy, but it is still understandable here. Max adding his force, Yeah. Yes. Olaf dare not to answer this recall on status is correct. Start capturing. By the way, on assassins, it is a very good idea to build medium tanks, but you have to secure your front line is safe. Yeah, that is pretty good. Here, disengagement. Answering back. Here comes the problems panic thing. I don't understand why Max opts to max force this turn. If I were Max, I'm going to kill these infantry in the corners and I'm trying to boom all these infantry rather than using vehicles to engage. Currently, ladies and gentlemen, remember the unit value, remember the unit count. Let's see what will happen after this turn. It is hard to say. Max medium tank, huh? Not that bad. Not that bad. This is a success. This is a how to put it. Not bad engagement. In fact, not bad. No, I was wrong. Not bad. So come back. Boom. But bad thing is, see, this property is lost. Start capturing, bring force back. Yes. Yeah, I think Olaf should try to capture this property. It makes sense. Keep in mind, Max has his power this turn. Olaf, sit back. Max copter lots of chain. Yeah, that is understandable. Ladies and gentlemen, we memorize this turn the unit value, okay? 14,000. Sorry, 16,000. 14,000. Right? Let's see. Oh, no. This turn for Olaf is 16,000. See, 16,000, so all max killed 50,000 around. Let's see how it answered. The problem thing is that magic thing is that you see, boom, superpower popped. See the unit value lost, right? See, where's the unit advantage? Where's the unit count advantage? Where's the unit value advantage? Not at all again. It is very hard to make these copters to escape safely because you could see anti in range and huge tanks, injured max tanks. See, where's the advantage? Nothing at all. Let's then come back. Then Max answered. Oh, see, where's the advantage? So this does not make sense. This does not make sense. Especially keep in mind here, max max income wasn't advantage. So we come back to the beginning. Where comes the problem? What should Max plan be here? In fact, I would prefer Max trying to take this property back rather than keep fighting with Olaf within this zone. It is not a approving idea. And the unit component, well, I think to some extent Max built way too much B-copters. These B-copters does not fully put forward the copter functions. Rather than that, it is the free power charge for Olaf. How to say it? This map is not a tank copter infantry map, because this map you could see it is a very terrain based map. This terrain does not favor your copters too much, unlike goldfish. This map copters is very easy to be captured by the anti-air, but at the same time your copters in goldfish is way more safer, not going to be that easily captured in case your opponent is a movement CO. Okay, so we at this crucial moment, Max should try to capture the property here. Either trying to capture the property here or trying to capture the property here. You know, In some standard matches, as far as I know, copters function a very important thing. A copter functions baiting or leading antares away, like the how to say it. I forgot the name. Bad. Like almost of the maps, the antair is kept hanging around by the beecopters. The beecopters does not really want to engage, but the beecopter does want to force your opponent to build lots of antares to answer it properly. If you could take the advantage with your tanks, and the advantage is on your side. Okay? See, no advantage at all. Too late trying to capture the property, in fact. And, how to say it? I don't think this power is really that worthy. Doubtful. This power is doubtful. Yeah, you could see. Copter's medium tank also makes sense to a power olaf tank. To a power max tank, sorry. Made no sense here. See? Boom! Oh, it's pretty sad, huh? Even if without entire, and after this crucial turn, let's see how bad the unit count and unit value is. 11,000 K, 11,000 versus 6,000, 60. Oh, sorry. I think all the way here I read the numbers wrong. That's how to say it? Uh, we will just keep the reading here, and you could see that the unit value and the unit count wasn't an advantage at all. I think I read the numbers wrong all the way. So I think this match is deemed to have its results in the end. Okay, then we just finished our conversation here. Bye bye.